welcome to episode 50 of the Code X podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. Joining me as usual are my co-hosts, Jamie Wilczyk and Tim Morse.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's going on, everybody? We are 50 episodes in and 50 episodes young.
Yes, we are. And guys, I was thinking I was going to start it off. I was going to maybe wait to the end, and I said, let me do it in the beginning so that we can just talk and go through the whole episode and we'll just know it. But I did want to say that, a year ago, 2 weeks ago, we hit our one year mark, and this podcast has grown so big. And, at the beginning, Jamie, it was me and you, and, one episode, a couple more. We got through some technical difficulties on both parts. I remember I had some problems, then your computer went.
Yeah, my computer actually fried. The smoke started coming out of it.
Yes. And then eventually, Tim, we met you, man, and we've met so many great friends, and we got people joining in the chat. And the Codex podcast became the Codex Station, and we have so many other things going on now. It's the panels after dark, so many things, et cetera, so many videos.
One shots, breaking the codes, mail calls, reviews, Codex reviews, Boom Thursday reviews. So
Let's
much
talk.
Merch. Yes.
TikToks.
But I want to say, guys, in the beginning, I thought, okay, this is fun. It's a fun thing, and really over time, I really love it, and love you guys. You guys have become brothers to me, and I'm so glad that I've done this with you guys. And I thought, okay, I was going to do it 2 weeks ago. I said, let me do it on episode 50. And guys, I love you. I love the podcast. And this is why I will announce right now that I, Sonny Kruger, have won Best Podcast Host of all time. Sonny Kruger for the Code X podcast. I couldn't have done it without. I want to thank myself. I mean, I put a lot into this. So thank you everybody for watching. And
it's wrong because if it was a real one, it would say the Codex Station on it, not the Codex podcast.
Well, for the podcast, that's why I was voted.
We run 7 of them.
Sonny, that is the best award I have ever seen. That is amazing.
It took a lot, guys.
Well, hey, guess what? Now we know how he actually got his other awards.
That's very true.
Those are the ones I want.
It looks the same.
I want to see that in one of those diploma frames right underneath Wolverine next
Kristen
week.
said your clip art is strong.
Thank you.
How's it going? Toad said that Sonny is the Ric Flair of podcasters.
Woo! Thank you. And remember that. Speaking of Ric Flair, I did that promo in a robe. So
yeah, you did.
There we go.
Oh, now I don't even want to say anything nice to you. That was the meanest shit ever. No, 50 episodes in. It's been great. Technical difficulties, it would galore when we first started. Didn't know what we were doing. I look back at episode 1, and me and Sonny were so nervous.
I was looking down the whole time.
Yeah, so Sonny's like, yeah, and then this review is he's like, and then this happened, and it's great, and I give it a 10 out of 10. And yeah, thank you guys for showing up. It's been a great show. Bye. And
Pretty much, yeah.
And now I look at ours now, we're laughing, having fun. It's fluent. We don't have an issue, not real issues like we used to, not computers setting on fire or, Sonny blowing speakers off anymore.
Quick, there's no episode. I'll put on my VR helmet and get an axe and make a video to save the day.
Look off to the side.
There we go. Right,
yes.
Right there.
Right. Yeah. He's like, okay, camera's
Just off
there.
center.
He puts on the VR helmet, grabs the hatchet. Now he's over here. He's like, I'm centered.
Wonderful.
When you put it on, you're completely blind. So it's just trying to aim it.
No, but like I said, even starting this, I've said this on an After Dark too. There's no one I'd rather have started this with than Sonny, because of the fact that you were the person literally sitting there being like, who gives a what anyone thinks? Let's just do it. And then we did. And then, after that, I started assembling my adventure team for the rest of the Codex Station, bringing on, Tim for decoding panels.
Right there.
And then, after that, we've brought on Tone, we brought on Kristen. Sal's been a big part of After Darks for us. So he's as much as family as anything else. But guys are pumping out reviews for it. When I say every episode, the amount of work we have on our plate or the amount of work I'm doing behind the scenes, I mean it. And every single time it's just to do it for you guys. And it's great. And I love everything that everyone gives me content wise. everyone knocks something out of the park. And even with our podcast episodes, even though it's 50, we've revamped, we've redone, we've made changes, we've kept most of the stuff that we kept at the core from when we started, but we brought new things into it and made it more fun. So I do love you guys like to death, like this whole team. And I couldn't think of anyone better to do it with.
Right on.
Kisses to everybody. Yeah. And a special guest today too. Even
he's not over
my
there.
Dexter, he decided to join.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna fall asleep right now. This is the boring part of my day.
That's basically what was happening last week when me and Tim were doing the episode. I'm like, Jamie, did you watch it? What's our name? And he was like, I didn't even watch it. And me and Tim like, perfect episode.
Done.
Perfect name.
Yeah. Tim calls me. He goes, oh, Jay, what should we name the episode? I was like, I didn't watch it, so I don't know. He goes, perfect name. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I tried putting that full thing, and it would not really work. It wouldn't fit. It was too many characters.
What you got in?
Yeah, it worked
fit perfectly. Yeah.
I didn't watch it. No one has. No.
We've got a few views. We got we did like 7, 8 views.
Something like that.
Yeah, somewhere 9 or 10.
Some do amazing, some do great. So with that, I think I want to start with the first. Or no, Tim, go ahead. You didn't get to talk yet. I'm not Sonny. I will let everybody talk.
I'm just listening. You guys go right ahead. I don't have anything to say right now.
Oh, you don't?
I mean,
tell us what you thought of us when you first met us. What was your first impression of me, Tim?
My first impression of Sonny was just how gorgeous that forehead is.
This show's over. Thank you for 50, guys.
Thank you. I work on it. I work out on it, Tim. My fiance, when she sees me, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm exercising my forehead, baby."
That's amazing. No, coming into the Codex station, formerly the Codex podcast, was a no-brainer. The ad that you had put out, I think it was in Comic Character of the Day where I saw it.
Everything formed from that place. So Comic Character Day, great group, great community. We're in there. Go check them out. Go like their page.
You guys were looking for somebody to do breakdowns of comic books, and that was something that I felt I could be very good at. And we had our meeting over Skype, sat and we ended up talking for I think over an hour. And I name dropped a couple of that I had.
You treated it like that, like it was an interview. I just wanted to sit down and get to know you. You were like, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Todd McFarlane, definitely.
Fantastic.
You ever hear of Daryl Banks? Yes. Oh yeah.
Name dropped a couple.
I saw the X-Men thing in the background. I was like, okay, he knows how to get on my side. He's got X-Men stuff.
Said a couple of things, and then you guys put Captain America, who will wield the shield, in front of me to work on first, and I did it the way that it was done and the way that it is on YouTube now. And 3 issues later, doing Hulk 420 and then What If number 24, What If Wolverine were Lord of the Vampires, the complete structure, decoding panels changed into what it is now. And with the Phoenix Saga that's coming out soon, the structure is even changed more. Into
the hierarchy of the Codex station is going to change forever. One Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
There you go. But going forward from there, it was, hey, do you mind coming on every now and then as a guest on the podcast? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sure. And then it turned into me being third chair, and I have never looked back. Doing Breaking the Codes, Codex After Darks, decoding panels, which I love. One shots, reviews, the Stranger Things review with Tone and Kristen.
Oh my God. As much as I love that was the longest episode review.
That was the shortest episode I've ever done.
I called
Whoa,
Tim.
it's a movie.
Yeah. I was like, you got the whole series in this. What's going on?
We didn't even cover everything we wanted to.
I don't. The Sonny, Tim calls me and goes, hey, how long should it be? I'm like, about, let's say like 35, 45 max. And he goes, okay, well, I'll talk to them and we'll see what we can do. He calls me later. He's like, he calls me later. He goes, hey, how long did you say? I'm like 45 minutes tops. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, we didn't hit that. And I'm like, what, you were under? He goes, no.
We hit an hour and 37 minutes.
We did about an hour 30. And I was like, an hour 30. And he's like, hour 37.
And the only reason we cut it short was because I had a power thunderstorm rolling through. And when that happens, it cuts my internet out. So we had to cut it short there. But don't worry, guys. We'll bring you 3 hours of review with volume 2 of Stranger Things season 4.
You know
in
what? At this
July.
point, I allow it.
But no,
no,
it's oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say real fast before you finish that sentence in the chat. I started laughing. First off, hey Dan, how's it going, buddy? He put comic character today, represent. Don't wait.
Dan.
You guys were looking for someone to drink alcohol on camera. That led you to me. Kristen asked or said there was an interview process. Pretty sure Tim just messaged me. It was like, so are you doing this?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, Kristen, you're gonna be a part of this. This is gonna happen. Well, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure.
And then Kristen goes on to say too, in our defense, it was 10 hours of episodes.
That's very true. But no, being a part of the Codex Station is something that I have never woken up and been tired of. This is something that I love to do every day. And when I say every day, that's exactly what I mean. I'm always doing something Codex related every day. And it's not something that I'm weary of or tired of or irritated by or anything like that. This is what I love to do. I love comic books. I love talking about that with my friends, and I love sharing that knowledge with everybody that watches these episodes. And to do it for 50 more would be a dream come true. So yeah.
Hit that hundo.
Absolutely. I mean, hitting 100 subscribers on YouTube, that was the day of days.
Me and Tim were sitting there counting, calling each other. We're at 98. Dude, we're at 99. Are we at 100 yet?
Tell everybody you can. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And when we hit 50 on Twitch, that is going to be the second day of days. That's something we're fighting real hard for.
How much they would be 18 away?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
As of right now.
So if you're watching this and you're not following, hit that follow button so you can. But yeah, doing this every Wednesday with you guys is a ton of fun. I have a blast. Do you knows are my favorite thing of the episode, except when Sonny combs his hair.
Hey.
That was still the best thing.
But at least you like it when I win, though. I want to win.
That's very true. But I like it even better.
Sonny's got his board sitting behind the computer at all times. Okay, so we're talking about this character. So I need first appearances of these characters and this written down. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Let's see.
One question, I closed my eyes.
Yeah, he had
show you to say, see, I can get it even with my eyes.
Yeah, well, when you read the board and memorize it, it's easy to close my eyes and be like, yeah, that's the answer there, Rain Man.
But yeah, 50 more. I can't wait. Can't wait.
But real fast, guys, I want to say anybody and everybody that's in the chat right now, guys, if you guys got questions for us, any of us or single one of us out, throw them in the chat. We're going to be answering them later in a little Q&A segment we're going to be doing. So throw those in there. We're going to have some fun with this today. So with that, I think I want to throw out that first question for you guys.
Go for it.
So out of the episodes that we've done so far, okay, what has been your favorite or your most shocking comic that you reviewed that you loved?
You want to go first?
I can go first.
I'm going to need a second to think about that. So go ahead.
Okay.
Either one of you.
I'll take it. For me personally, it was What If Wolverine, because I hated it at the beginning, but now I gave it a 10 out of 10 because it was actually really good. I thought it was gonna be the worst thing I've read in a long time, and it actually shocked me. And that's actually our highest rated video for decoding.
The little
panels.
video that could
at 676 views right now. It's insane.
Nice. Okay. Well, when you say in the beginning, like you read part of it, or was there a certain part in the issue that you said, okay,
I just didn't like What If.
Awesome.
I didn't like the structure of it at the beginning. So I was like, I already had low hopes going into it.
Okay. For me, it was Batman White Knight, because it was the first episode. Gene, like said, obviously we hadn't like recommended stuff to each other. They're like, okay, this Gene recommend good stuff, bad stuff. And then I was like, wow, I really love this. This is an awesome issue. This is a great way to start. So that was the big surprise for me, was all the way back to episode 1, Batman White Knight.
I think the first one that comes to mind,
Youngbloods.
No, definitely not. That I didn't have high hopes for. That I was just kind of expecting to be average, but I liked way more than I thought I was going to. Edge of Venomverse.
Yeah, Sonny's lowest score, I think, for
Lowest score, yeah.
comic.
And I loved it. I thought it was
Oh.
great.
Well, actually, Youngblood my lowest score, but
Oh, well,
other
at
than
the
him, yeah.
time, it was the
So,
lowest score
yeah.
that I had given him. I'm like, dude, really? This one of all of them? This
My favorite review that we've done though is Exo Manowar #1. That's
You know
my
what? I
favorite.
have
Most
to
popular
agree.
podcast episode.
Yeah. The only reason is because it says big butts or naked butts or something like that.
Not even that. The reason why I love it
Yeah,
so
look
much is because Sonny and I love the issue. I'd read it
I
before Sonny.
hated that.
You dumped on it like a garbage truck in a landfill, and I
Yeah.
was cracking up the whole time.
It was called Naked Butts, Big Bugs, and a lot of violence.
Yes,
Only
That
guys
was-
with soft skin don't like that issue.
exactly.
Sonny's a wizard.
Exactly.
With my potions and soap and all that, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I think I'm gonna have to read some more Man of War sometime.
Yeah, that's my favorite review we as a team have done so far.
Yeah, and Tim asked me, he's like, how'd you like it? I was like, oh, dude, it's great.
Man,
I loved it. He's like, really? Because he was the one who told us to review it. I'm like, yeah, it was like, dude, I'm not gonna give you my score, but it's high. And he's like, dude, that's awesome. I'm so glad you agreed. I'm like, yeah, me too, bud. And then like we got into the show, and then he's like, all right, you can see him like smiling.
I
like,
had never been
whole
so
time.
deceived in my life.
He was so happy. He's like, JB, what do you think? And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever read in my life. Why did you give this to me?
And then you did the opposite with Youngblood. You're like, I loved it.
Oh my god!
This was the greatest story ever. My Rob Liefeld's artwork
From
and
that
feet are
time
impeccable.
forward, I have learned never to ask Jamie pre-show what his rating is for any issue we ever look at ever
Yeah.
again.
Now he just like looks at me side-eyed. He's like, how'd you like it? And I'll be like, yeah, it was a
Yeah, I'm not gonna believe that.
Yeah.
Well, here I got a question for you guys.
all right. Shoot.
So, with the episodes that we've done so far, the 50 episodes, I've been a part since episode 10. But out of all of them, what is the most shocking piece of news that we've ever had to cover?
I can tell you the most annoying.
Well, that works too.
The most annoying was Scarlett Johansson.
I have it down in my notes. I was gonna talk about some of like the things we talked about a lot. ScarJo,
Yeah.
the ScarJo secret. Is she suing?
Yeah. That
It was
one was the most
constantly.
annoying. The most shocking news, I think it was DC fandom when they announced when their
did all that
lineup was
stuff.
like over like 40 announced movies and TV shows coming out.
That was-
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
there
that
was a
shocked me
lot
more
of
than
stuff.
anything because of the fact that they never really did that.
Right on. I
Tone,
think
Tone
There
said
might
the
be
most.
similar ones.
I think Tone hasn't seen all of our episodes because he says the most shocking episode was the Jamie Sonny mud wrestling episode. My eyes weren't ready for that. I was like, neither were mine.
I think
Mud
we
wrestling
can all
episode.
agree.
I
with
had to
Tone.
like zoom in.
I think the most shocking piece of news for me was when Mouse was put on the banned reading
Yeah.
list in a school here in Tennessee. That just blew me away.
Yeah. So, what do you
I
think, Sonny?
Yeah, like you said, I'm trying to think if there's a certain movie or show or something that like really shocked me. Maybe, you know what? When I think back to it, maybe it was that Peacemaker was getting a series. Because I liked the movie, but I was pretty surprised to say, oh wow, he's actually getting his own show. And then I really loved the show. I thought it was great.
Yeah. Kristen said that she remembers that episode, Tim, because you were the one in the background in the bikini holding the round one card.
That is very true. That is very
Oh, yeah.
true.
That was hot.
You know what?
It was actually kinda
Our
cool.
team has some weird fantasies about us, and I'm
I
not
get
starting
that.
to like this. I don't know. If you start calling me a wizard, try frolicking and talking about hard skin, we're gonna have issues.
That Speedo has the Mjolnir logo right on the front, so
Can't lift it.
that's right.
What do you got, Sonny? Anything?
For just any questions or
Yeah.
anything? I
Mhm.
was just saying, when it comes to reviews, was there any issues you read or any story arcs where you're like, you know what, I think, like I gave it a rating, and as time has passed, I think I would change it.
Yes. Circle
Yes,
of
but not
Blood.
Punisher. Yeah, I was about to say yes, but not Circle of Blood.
Only
I'm wearing
because
Punisher.
only because of the amount of effort and sheer fun I had doing Jigsaw's voice in decoding panels. That itself boosts it up a whole nother number grade for me.
Don't forget, even I had that one shot with Stephen Grant, and we talked about Circle of Blood.
Right.
I think I had the
Stephen
most
Grant
fun.
doesn't even get you to put any points up, Jamie.
No. See, that's why I gave him to you. That's why I called you. I was like, you're taking Stephen Grant.
Yes.
Because at first I was like, well, this is Sonny's like Stan Lee at this point. But second off, I'm like, I really trash Circle of Blood. I don't think I should be the guy to be the one that's interviewing him. Like,
I never sent
So,
him the
Steven,
episode. He said,
what's
"You
going
should
on,
send me
Kevin?
the
Thanks for jumping in the chat, buddy.
He said you should send me the episode, and I was,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been like, oh, we deleted it from existence.
technical difficulties. Sorry.
Yeah, we have that a lot here at Codex.
Yeah, but here's the most recent episode of the podcast.
Yeah, Kevin's in the chat. What's going on, buddy? He
Hey,
is
Kevin.
part of our review team for the written reviews that we're doing on Facebook. So, Kevin, thank you, buddy. Hope everything's going well. Just trying to check. I'm trying to think.
So I've got another question.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about my answer.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Sonny, have you chosen your 3 for the Codex Awards for last year?
My 3 for what?
All the categories that we did in the Codex Awards, have you yet to come up with your list?
I was
No.
mentioning that on the episode I came back.
Did you?
Let me look back at
Well,
all
you're
those
back.
notes, because I remember, the next one I was like, okay, basically this, and that. So whenever we find whatever episode was the coming episode after it, the episode after that, when I started off, I was like, okay, I would give this, that, this, that.
Oh, okay. I know
So
which
you're
one
gonna
it
have to
is.
take
Not
a
for
time
me.
machine and check it out.
Okay,
So
I know
then,
my
yeah.
answer for the last question, and that was the Avengers
You change
Defenders
it?
War.
Would you
Yeah.
change it up or down?
I would go up only because I didn't. I'm getting more in tune with that writing style in that era because Sonny, that's all he reads. But I feel like it was better than what I had given it originally. Circle of Blood went down, but this one went up. Circle of Blood is under Young Blood now.
I don't think so.
Thanks for telling me my opinion, bud.
You like it better. Your points have gone up.
Of course. All right. No, but so with all the episodes that we've done so far and everything that we've like accomplished out of what this started, what has been your favorite moment? And this could be throughout all of the Codex Station, because this kind of took it into the Codex Station altogether.
Favorite Codex Station moment altogether?
Yeah, like if it was a certain show or certain episode or like just the start of something, a brainstorming session.
I know exactly what my favorite Codex Station moment was. The day that you and I were calling each other 15 times every hour.
Mm-hmm.
It was recent. God, I was doing decoding panels recordings that day.
Yeah.
I think I was recording Deceased and
Yeah, I was. Oh, yeah, because I was working on all the pages for Deceased, getting that done as you were sending to me.
yep.
And then I was also working on.
Like that was
I got the merch store up that
yeah,
day.
that was a full 10-hour day.
Yeah.
Like on a Saturday. And I got up
And we still had an after dark to do that night.
Yeah, I got up at 9:00 and just went to work. I think you were up round about the same time. And
I don't think I slept.
Yeah. And we were calling each other like every 15-20 minutes. I'd be in the middle of recording. Jamie's calling. Okay.
I'd be in the middle of editing. There's Tim.
Yep. That was a busy day. That showed us right there what a day doing Codex work all day, every day would be like. And I think at the end of the day, after we did the after dark and all that stuff with Tone, we all sat there and we were like, man, that was awesome. That was a great day. Like it was exhausting, but it was a great day.
Yeah, I agree. Sonny, you got one?
Well, I'm trying to think of like a favorite moment, but for me, one of my proudest moments of the show, I was trying to real quickly look back and see if I was able to know the exact one, but I believe it was during October. It was during October because it was bullying month, and I really liked when we began an episode and we all discussed bullying.
Yeah.
And, how it's not right, and we gave some words of motivation to those who maybe were dealing with bullying. I believe that was something that was very important. That was something I really wanted to say, to get out there. I love talking about comic books. I've talked about this and that, but I believe that's something that could change your life. So I was really proud. One of my favorite and one of my most proudest moments of the Codex podcast.
Absolutely.
That is a good one. Yeah. I don't know. Because I do so much now. But like if I had to sit down and really pick something, I would say all the brainstorming sessions and creations, because one shots came out of nowhere.
Yep.
That was me and Tim sitting up 3 o'clock in the morning going
On
Tim's like
Skype.
and Tim's like, before we use Zoom.
Yep.
Tim's like, hey, would you want to do interviews? I'm like, it's hard to get interviews. It's hard to ask anyone for, an hour of their time or 45 minutes. And then we're sitting there and I was like, what if we asked them for only like 5 to 10 minutes? And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, what if we ask him just one question and call it something? And he's like, what do you want to call it?
Unheard of.
He's like, what do you want to call it? I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm sitting there. And he was in the middle of a conversation, like talking to me, like conversating with me. And,
Yes, spitballing ideas.
And I'm sitting there, I'm kind of listening, and I was just like, one shots. And he's like, what? I'm like, one shots. That's the name of it. And then he's like, that's okay, yeah, we'll run with that. But even
That's
like
a great idea.
and then the first one was
Casey Gilly.
yeah, Casey Gilly, and that's the one Sonny got.
You want
after
to
we
tell the
mentioned it.
story of how that came about?
All right. Well, that one, I don't know if I really told the
Oh, I
full
should tell
story,
this one because I was about to kill you.
but you don't know the full story of it
Yeah.
because
This
obviously-
was the day I
the mess up,
almost
yeah.
really got fired, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen.
Okay, I'll let you take that part. I'll let you guys get it onto that one. The
Okay.
beginning part.
Yeah. So
Go
the
ahead.
So the beginning. So Tim usually handles like the social posts. If anyone's not aware, anytime you see something on Discord or Facebook, Twitter, that's Tim usually. Sometimes I'll jump in there if he's busy or whatnot. But I texted him and I was like, hey, can you get the socials up for Sunday's review for Buffy the Live Vampire Slayer? He's like, yeah, of course. He posts them, and this is before I had to proofread anything he did. This is pre me micromanaging Tim all the time. And Casey Gilly messaged.
Well, I only tagged her and the artist.
Yeah.
I believe.
But you got the artist wrong.
Yes.
Yes, he got the artist wrong, tagged the wrong artist. And Casey Gilly's like, well, there's more parts of this team. And she started tagging him in there. And she goes,
There's
and
3 other people.
and the person that was the artist that he tagged, he's like, I had no work on this whatsoever, but thanks for tagging me. And so I had to call him and be like, change it. And he did. And he still got another person wrong.
And I got it wrong. I think I got it wrong 3 times. And I was like, you know
Yes.
what, Jamie, you do it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done for the
Yeah.
day.
So we got it all set up. And then I don't know what happened, but Sonny, you can take it from there.
So actually, like I said, I saw that, right? Like I'm like, okay, well, at least she responded, right? Something like, well, maybe I should, since I'm the one who did the review, I'll still send a message to say, hey, sorry that there was a mess up. I really enjoyed the comic. And then I was, she said, oh, thank you. And I was like, well, we contacted each other. Maybe I should just still go for that one shot that you guys mentioned.
Yeah.
And then of all days, it was, I didn't tell you guys, but it was my great grandma. Her health had really declined, and I saw her in the nursing home. And actually that same day, I found out that a friend of mine from Wisconsin that I used to work with passed away due to COVID. But that happened to also be the day Casey got back to me, and we were discussing the
wow.
one shot. So all that was going on, I said, I'm a stubborn and determined man. And I said, no matter what's going on, I'm going to get this one shot. I'm going to get her to agree with it. And then she did. We messaged back and forth, and I got her to agree to that one shot. And then over the weekend, like the next day, let you guys know. And then we're trying to come up with, what's the question? No, what's this question? No. I mean, Jamie, we're getting into it. No, I'm coming up with a good question.
Yeah, no,
But eventually, we knew we were all just passionate about the show. We
Yeah.
came up with a question. The one shot turned out great, and has led to more one shots.
yes.
Yeah.
And a lot more to come.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then too, the one shot with Daryl Banks led to the chat, the hour and a half chat with
Yeah.
Daryl Banks.
All because of a mistake on Twitter.
Yeah, all because of a brainstorming session that led to a mistake.
Yeah.
Sounds like how I was born.
Right on.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, but so yeah, I like I said, from Sonny, that's great though. I don't know. Well, anyone else got anything?
Let me
About
see
the one
here.
shots, about
Because I got one then in turn. What was like the most Was there ever a day you felt like defeated from the show? Like, there was ever a day you were just like, oh my God, like if you could change one episode, which episode would it be?
I wouldn't change it.
Or if there was one moment that you could change throughout the course.
I wouldn't
Like, was it a review you did, or?
I want to change things, but there's an embarrassing moment. I'm like, it's my most embarrassing moment. So I'll bring it up today. And we were doing Do We Know? And Jamie asked me about the Martian Manhunter's weakness. In my mind, for some reason, fire was not coming to my mind and I got it wrong. And I was like, how did I get that question wrong? So it's like, if I had to pick an embarrassing moment, that one.
We'll
but
go
how
with
you're
that then.
saying
The
any
embarrassing moment
moments
works.
that made me want to like be done. Well, not ever want to be done, but I remember, I believe it was somewhere in November, and I was getting towards the ending of editing for Series About Series. We were doing episodes right going week after week, and I was thinking maybe should I maybe come on every other week or something with a podcast, take a little bit of time off, and then I'm thinking about it, and then we got Boom Studios, and I said nope, that's a sign. There's no way. I'm not taking time off. I'll be here every week.
The only episode we've ever done that I felt exhausted after. I've never felt defeated after anything we've done, but the only one I felt exhausted after was the Breaking the Code cameos for first appearances.
Oh my God.
That one was a heated discussion.
I've never wanted to punch the monitor so bad in my life.
That's the only time after we were done when I said, okay, see you later. And I took the headset off and I was like, I need a break for a minute.
Okay. So mine's pretty funny because it leads off of Sonny. So it's not like a defeating moment, but it was a moment where I was just like, what do we do? And that it all is because of Tim. So thank you.
Okay.
So we got Boom Studios, right? And me and Tim are talking about getting on press lists and all this other stuff, contacting him. And I was like, yeah, go for it. Let's see what we do. And so he calls me and goes, hey man, just to let you know, Boom Studios got back to me.
Give some more context. I was on the road.
I don't care. Let me finish my story and you'll understand what happened. So he's like, this is what I was going to get to. He goes, I'm on the road right now. I'll shoot you over that email later. And I was like, okay, how long is later? Because I need to know, because if we got to start getting stuff done, I need to know. Like, we got to get stuff. It's Boom Studios. We're not going to drop this ball. And he's like, 27 minutes. And I was like, okay, 27 minutes. That's what you got. And he's like, I'm like, 27? He goes, 27. Okay. I called him 27 minutes and like 30 seconds later. Dude, where is it? Oh, I'm at my sister's. Well, I don't care what you're doing right now.
I had just sat down, like
don't
walked
care.
through the door and sat at
car,
the kitchen table, and the
phone
phone was
should
ringing.
have been in my inbox.
I couldn't even breathe and say, "Hey, sis, how's it going?" Love you.
You weren't allowed.
Oh, wait, Jamie's calling.
Yeah.
Where's the email?
And then he's like, I'll get it to you. And then sure enough, I had to wait another extra 20 minutes for this email to come in. And I read it and I was about to faint. And then he gets home. He's like, yeah, wasn't that cool? He did it all nonchalantly. Like, oh yeah, we got it. No, we got them. Like, that was amazing. And he's like, yeah, I'll get a hold of you in 27 minutes. That was the longest 27 minutes of my existence.
In Tennessee, it is illegal to use your cell phone while you drive a motor
It's also
vehicle.
a death sentence when you make Jamie wait 28 minutes for something that takes 27. That's legal in Texas.
I cannot break the law, sir.
You have. Don't lie to me. But no, that was like my most like draining moment, because I was just like, I'm literally staring at the phone for 27 straight minutes. Like, I'm just like, you know what? Maybe he'll just grow a pair and send, something to me right now and we'll be fine. Nope. He waited the full extent. And then when I called him after 27, dude, I just sat down. You said 27 minutes. I don't care if you just sat down. You said 27.
I just walked through the door.
Yeah. So that was my like moment where I was just like, whoo.
Nice. All right,
Ladies
I have
and
a
gentlemen,
question.
that was the second time I almost got fired for
No,
real.
you didn't almost get fired for that. That was the first time I almost drove down to Tennessee to fight you.
Oh,
'Cause I
hey,
was like-
Jamie, how's it going?
Yeah, it took me. I
Nice
told
to
you it
meet
would
in
take me 12
person.
hours.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sonny. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, good. Any favorite topic of the weeks that stand out to you guys? Where you're like, oh, that was a really fun one, or that one I hated. Anything?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say the digital versus physical. For me
that
and
was
you.
one of our first. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. That was
in
one
the
of my
beginning, yeah.
favorites because it was like one of those ones where I was even conflicted at the time and my mind's kind of changed over now. And not changed over dramatically, but getting to that point. And yes, Sal, you are right. After Darks are fun.
I think my favorite topic of the week so far has been the what comic have you read that nobody else knows about that should read it, and they should read it. That's not the topic, obviously, but
It was what comic
So-
would or what? Yeah, I don't remember now. You
What-
just said it so weird.
yeah,
Would you recommend it that somebody's never heard of?
yeah.
Name a comic
Something along those
that
lines.
you've read that you would recommend that someone's never heard of.
Yeah, that one's my favorite because I got to see a lot of different things that I'd never heard of before, and got to check some stuff out. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. For me, my two ones were I really liked when we talked about which comic character we related to the most. I thought that was a really interesting conversation that
Right.
we had. And then another one was like the most like ridiculous character. I thought that was a fun conversation of
Oh, wasn't that one where I
ridiculous
forgot his name again. I always forget it, but it's the one that does cocaine to get his superpowers.
oh,
I think
man.
that was the one.
I think yeah. I can't remember
Snowflame.
what's his name.
Snowflame.
Snowflame. I think I mentioned the nanny and
That'll also be on an episode of TikTok called Let's Talk.
there you go.
What's his superpower? Cocaine.
Yes, absolutely. No, drugs
Well-
are bad.
Yeah. Well, guys, real fast, just let everyone know in the chat, guys, get your questions in because in about, let's say, 15 minutes, we're gonna be taking the questions and doing a little Q&A so that way we can take your questions, answer them, and go from there.
Now,
We got a couple already, but I'd like to see a few
Yeah.
more.
Now, what about Do You Knows, guys? Any favorite episodes of for Do You Know that
My
we've done so
redemption
far?
episode.
The one that you weren't there for, Jamie, that
Of
you
course.
were basically yelling through text of Sonny not knowing. I think the first appearance of Green Lantern.
Yeah. Oh God, I
Showcase
remember
22
that.
Showcase
So,
22.
Yeah.
I remember.
so my problem is this. I talked about it on the show when I came back. I was having I was arguing with myself, and me and this guy weren't getting along, and I wasn't going to be on a show. I can't fake me. Like, I don't want to fake me. If I'm not 100%, I can't make you believe I'm 100%. You know what I mean? So I had to take a day. I was literally working out, and I was like, just get this stress out of my way. Let me try to calm down a little bit. I don't know what's going on. My anxiety was high. I was losing myself. And then I'm watching the freaking stream, and Tim asked the question, what's the first appearance of Hal Jordan as Green Lantern? And Sonny goes,
I don't remember what I said. I don't remember that.
I don't
It
remember
was
the
not
answer.
Showcase 22.
but you were sitting there like you were deer in the headlights. And I'm like, I'm texting Tim like, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Sonny's fired. Sonny's fired now.
Well, I got you up. I got you, rowdied up,
No, I was already pumped from the workout. I was just more mad. It was like a little bit of roid rage, maybe. I don't know.
Like the phone was shining every 2 seconds, and Sonny can't answer.
Yeah. I was just like, oh my God, how did he not know that one? Because I figured he would have had that like locked and set because of me being the Green Lantern fan I am. He'd probably be like, oh, I already know I'm gonna ask it. He's gonna ask this question. I have this already memorized.
If I remember correctly, as soon as we went off air, my phone rang.
Yeah.
Like as soon as it. But yeah, Do You Know it's Jamie's Redemption. That was a good episode. The one the other day, or not the other day, the other week with the Power Rangers questions for the Green Ranger. That was good.
That was a funny part. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what my favorite one was though? my absolute favorite was the Bloodshot review, because we literally were sitting there and he had a picture up of him and Bloodshot, and I went, "Oh, look, Jason David Frank." And Tim's about to say his first question. He just looks at me.
That's what I'm talking about. The green Power Ranger. Yeah.
That had to have been the funniest thing ever, because he was like, "Who was the first portrayal
Yes.
of Bloodshot?" And I was like,
Exactly.
"Oh," and I literally
Jason
said,
David
"Oh,"
Frank.
and so he goes, "Well, I'm gonna go with Jason David Frank." Now.
Worked
That
out
is
perfectly.
correct.
Yeah, I've had a few. I usually like it when I win the most, when I break some of my records. But there's one that I liked and I did lose. Was Tim, you and I had one, and we were getting it right. You had it right, and I had it right then. I think it was the Spider-Man 2099 episode. We were getting them
Ooh, okay.
so right, but unfortunately you won. But that stood out to me. And then other ones like the Hulk one, because I did really good in that one. It was one of my favorites.
Sweetheart.
Yep. So, but yeah, do you know, always good. And then even too, if you get them wrong, you eventually learn.
It's my favorite part of the episode is when we do you know.
It's usually best when I win. My favorite.
That's
Is
my
it good?
least favorite
Well,
part.
Sonny only wins when I'm here because of the fact that he's like, "You're my good luck charm." I'm like, no, it's because of the fact that I know most of them and you know one more than me. That's it. Oh God. No, we've had a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah,
And it's
amazing ride.
It's been a fun one. Like I said, guys, if you guys gals are in the chat still, keep pumping out those questions, because I'll be getting to them here, asking the guys here in a moment. Remember, you can ask either all of us a question, or you can single us out and ask us whatever, as long as it's comic related and we don't have to show anything.
I don't mind to show anything, so
that's after dark. But
Saturday nights, ladies and gentlemen, 10 Eastern, 9 Central.
Yes, that me and Tim always have to remember what time we're starting something, because we're both in different time zones. But no, I guess this would be like the tie-off question before we kind of get to some questions.
Okay.
It'll be a little bit of a shorter episode today. I just wanted to make sure we can all kind of talk about what we liked, what we didn't, blah blah blah, and get to some of these questions and carry on, because I'm getting kind of hungry. No, I'm kidding. What do you guys expect out of Code X in the next, let's just say, year? Is there anything that you guys have goal oriented wise that you guys want to try to do? Or be at a certain point by?
We deserve to win some real awards.
Yes.
I would look us in there. I'm like, we deserve it. And then obviously too, I want more subscribers, things like that.
Right.
Things will more grow. I'm sure our community will grow. I guess we can't call it a cult anymore. Our empire will grow.
Yeah.
We'll get some more one shots in there. Yeah, but it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to even to just finding out more comic books. Like that's what why we started this, because we love comic books and talking about them, reading them. So I'm really looking. I think that's probably the most thing I'm looking forward to is what other comics you guys recommend for us.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, and like the merch says on the back that you can't see, thanks to our own Tone Soup of the Sci-Fi Swordsman and Sage Gamer, we love comics, we love heroes, and you are a hero. He says a lot better than me, so don't take that as my voice. Doing him. So what do you gotta say, Tim?
I think I'm looking forward to the new stuff that we have on the fire.
Yes, there's a lot of new stuff that's gonna be coming out. That's gonna be amazing.
There's always new stuff.
Because I don't stop.
I'm looking forward to the Codex Awards at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You and I had an absolute blast with that last year.
Oh, this year's gonna be even better because a lot of things changed.
I can't wait for the end of the year, honestly, for all three of us to do that, and hopefully bring on Tone and Kristen, the whole Codex team, to do the Codex Awards. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, we'll make that happen. That's a definite. Kristen and Tone will be part of the Codex Awards.
Yeah,
Sonny, if he chooses to.
Yes,
I should be.
I getting more in depth on After Dark on the podcast. I think our flow and our rhythm is so tight now that we don't even have to think about
like
things.
A tiger.
Pretty much, yep. Like a piano wire. We don't have to think about things. We know how to read each other. We know how to talk off of each other and with each other and things like that. And on After Dark, Jamie, you, Tone, and I are
We're finding
we're really starting to get into our groove. And I love that aspect. Is
Tone caught
saying
my
something?
reference. Yeah, Tone caught my reference.
Go. Put this in the skin box.
Yeah, got the little piece of skin.
But no, I all of that, breaking the codes. Now that Tone is a part of that is even 3 times.
I had to step away from one.
Top 5 moments of impact for
because
Spider-Man.
I felt unworthy to be a part of that conversation.
I was like, it was a great one. You should have been a part of it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Oh, yep. Uncle Ben died.
Number 1. Great. Fantastic.
Okay.
Jamie,
now what's your other
wonderful.
4? He broke his girlfriend's neck.
Wonderful. Amazing, Jamie. Good choice. That's fantastic.
What's your other one? Repeat those 2 for the last.
Yes. Amazing reprints, Marvel Tales. Fantastic. Good job.
Bully
Simile
McGuire.
editions.
Love that issue. Bully McGuire. Love
Bully
that.
McGuire's
Very good.
amazing.
Spider-Man.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. I'm not paying for those.
Yeah.
But no, all of that. I hope that I'm not going to be overly optimistic, but inwardly I am, outwardly I'm not.
Are those words?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope that by this time next year we're at 500 subscribers. I would love
I'm
to
waiting
see
for
that.
I'm saying 1,000 by then. I'm really working for that.
I would love to be at 1,000 subscribers by next summer. That would be amazing.
I'm gonna make it happen. I got a great team now.
But
that we can make this accomplished.
The thing I'm looking forward to the most is when all 5 of us have a conversation, Jamie, where you say, quit your jobs. It's time. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. Where we can actually make this an actual sit down. But that time will come eventually. We'll figure it out when that time comes on how that structure is going to work. But no, I got to say the thing, there's like 3 things I'm looking forward to. And that's the first is growing the community. Obviously, I was happy with seeing 1 person in the chat. Now our chat is slowly starting to blow up.
We were excited when there were 2 people in the chat. That's amazing.
Yeah. How many were watching at a time? Well, we had like 6 views. Oh my God.
That's great.
I remember when
we're famous.
I remember when we were on YouTube and we had our first one hit over 100 and we were just like, what do we do? We're famous. Like, let's go. I hope no one recognized me when I go on the street. Like,
No, I can't do autographs. I can sign symbols like Jared Leto, but that is it.
My hatred for Jared Leto is going to increase over the next year.
He had to get mentioned on the show. We almost went a while without,
at least once.
a while without mention.
Yeah, and guess who's fired?
Thank you.
But
have a good day.
He did that
dedicated to Jared
purpose.
Leto, episode 10.
Yeah. Oh God, that episode. But no, biggest thing would be building, like I said, this community. And there's so many people that like don't know about the Twitch side, but still check out the YouTube side. We got people that are on TikTok now. We got people in our Discord that I never even knew about before, that we have great conversations with. Comic character today, the relationships we've built with people, from Tone, Sale, Kevin, Dan, Kristen.
That guy right there. The guy next to you.
Oh yeah, that guy. When we fire, well, when you point, I got me on that side. So you point at me. I'm like, why you talk about me? No. Tim, when we decided to bring him on. But no.
I like how that's said under the breath.
Yeah. But no, we built great relationships, great team. And I'm happy to officially say today that we did bring on another comic company. We are now affiliated with Mad Cave Comics of yesterday. It's official.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're unaware who they are, we did a one-shot with one of their creators,
David Hazan.
That's right. And he wrote Nottingham. If you haven't checked it out, go do that and read the book. It's very awesome.
So get ready for some more reviews coming from them. Everyone on the team, get ready for me to just start bombarding you with emails of PDF files that you guys got to read, along with the Boom ones I got to send you every week. So yeah, we got Mad Cave. We have Boom. on their press list, and now
Oh.
we're you throw that big old right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my shoulder out, but no, we're slowly working our way up. I love everything that we do, and lastly, I just can't wait to see what's next. And by what saying that is, I know I don't sleep. I know I should probably get more, but I want to strive for this to be the biggest thing we could possibly make. And we've done that in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So to the
yeah.
team,
A year.
everybody out there that's worked or is a part of this, thank you so much. I've said it on After Dark. You see me cry like a baby. Thank you, bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of you. I love these two buffoons too. Sonny, the one that got started it all with me. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Tim,
My pleasure.
you can be on fire for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much.
No, but thank you for being a part of that. And then Tone, Kristen, thank you for coming on and just building this team better than ever before. Without you guys, these reviews would not be as good. And Tone's got a cool should we talk about? We're gonna talk about Tim.
This is how I listen to Tone when he talks.
Yes. And that's how you're gonna be listening to him almost every month when he does Comics 101 for us.
Yeah.
Which will be teaching everybody out there about comics.
Who
and how to
better
get
to teach people than Tone?
Dude, I will listen to that guy talk all day. When he explains comics, I shut up. Like,
Tone, can you explain to me how water comes out of a faucet, please?
yeah.
Thank
Can you
you.
explain birth of children real fast? Like,
That's amazing.
no.
Tone, can you tell me more about Youngblood? Why do they have so many pockets? Why are their feet so small? Please explain that. Why are there 50 new characters introduced in every issue?
And none of them stay the same.
Saddam Hussein, ladies and gentlemen.
Explain him. What is he? What's his inspiration?
I'm not gonna lie. I just want him to explain why Tim's wrong in half the things we do breaking the codes on.
I don't want to hear that, but I will, and I'll be mesmerized the entire
whole time. I said I told him when we brought him on, I was like, you bring this like sophistication, and he's like, shut up.
That's not sophisticated.
Yeah,
Tone.
I was
You
like,
can't
Tone,
say that.
You can't say that on air. You gotta like agree with the compliment I just gave you. At least you fake it till you make it, I guess.
Tone said in the chat, I'm not wrong. Thank you, Tone. Wonderful.
He's just disagreed upon a lot. No. But all right, let's get to some questions, guys. How about it?
Right on.
Let me just scroll back up here to the tab and see what.
Yeah.
All right, so
I think
this
the first one was geared at you, right?
No, the first one I got right here. This one comes from sale. A lot of them come from sale. So, but we have a couple. He asked, "What do you guys usually drink while you're reading?" So, basically, I think that was like a alcohol preference or anything like that. But I know Sonny doesn't drink, so I'll take
nothing. I don't think anything.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
when I read
like, is there something like? Is there a way you read comics then? Like, is there a certain like
on that couch.
organization on that couch?
Sit on
Like,
that couch and read.
I can see you with like a tub of ice cream eating and then flipping the page real fast.
I can't chance. I love the ice cream, but it has to be another time. I don't chance anything messing up anything I'm reading.
Right. No, I get you.
Yeah. So that goes to you guys. You guys drink anything as you read comics?
If it's one that I'm excited for, I will bust out a little glass of whiskey with some ice in it and just sip that while I'm Crown Royal. That's what I was about to say, Tone, but not black. I usually go with the reserve, but that's got to be a good comic to come out. And that's what I did with Doomsday Clock. And guess what? I got drunk one time in 4 years because of the fact that it took 4 years for the 12 issues to come out.
I'm just imagining you getting a drink ready. Let's read this issue that Tim recommended, Exo Man of War. I'm very excited.
And then I just got drunk instead.
Hard
and threw the
skin.
book.
Half a bottle later.
Wizards.
Yeah.
My
What is this
answer is
nonsense?
very dull. I drink water when I
Yeah.
read comic books. I don't get inebriated while I'm reading books. I
Right.
don't do that. I'm lame.
All right. So Sal also asked, what does Jamie wear while he's reading Green Lantern? And the answer to that is absolutely nothing.
Oh, I was gonna say green. I was gonna say green spandex.
Well, I
was
do
saying
have
spandex, but
green.
guess it's changed.
I do have Green Lantern socks. So
Just
I do
those.
wear just those because I don't want to mess up the comic. I like Green Lantern too much. If I get
Right
anything
on.
on it, it's gonna be weird. I didn't realize what I said till I said it.
What came out of your mouth, yeah. But
Yeah. that happened. We're not editing that.
Oh,
Don't show us those socks. We don't need
jeez.
to.
Oh my god.
Let's see what else we got.
I'm
question-wise
done.
here.
That's it.
Kristen, obviously, yeah, there was an interview process, but me and Tim, took the chance and went, yeah, let's bring you on. So that was your question.
Yeah, it was a 5-minute conversation, less than that.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Kevin asked me, do I ever sleep? The answer to that is Saturdays.
Yes, you sleep in.
I make a pact with myself that if I only sleep 3 to 4 hours each night during the week, I sleep in Saturday until I turn everything off. There's no alarms, no nothing, unless Sonny messages me with like a show note, but he never does Saturdays.
Usually that's like Tuesday night / Wednesday morning.
I'm usually
3
up.
a.m.
Yeah, I'm usually up when
Here's
you
the
send
schedule.
that. I'll be like, dude, I just put my head down. But yeah, no, I do, but I get more work done, and I just rather get the work done than I'll suffer for the sleep and just wait till Saturday on that point. This Saturday, not so much because I got a plan and I'm going to stick to it. All right. Kevin said, what was the moment that you knew you had made it big time into the major leagues? So what was I'm guessing, what was the moment that we knew that this was going to be a thing? Like this had that chance.
Birth.
Yeah.
Birth, yes.
Birth.
I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Yeah, it's amazing. 100 subscribers is one. That was a big milestone.
Mm-hmm.
The first real show aside from decoding panels, when we started to branch out.
Breaking the code.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because at that time there were mail calls and
from the vaults.
Yeah.
And those didn't even, now we don't even do from the vaults. We just do reviews.
Yep.
Yeah. Sonny, what do you think?
Honestly, from the first episode, I'm a man of confidence. I knew I said we have something. I knew we had something. I was like, obviously, it was our first. Like we said, I'm looking down. Things aren't perfect, but I knew that's the first one. We learn and we grow. I had confidence from the first one. I knew if we stick to it, we can make something great. And look at that, we do have something great going on.
Yeah.
The Daryl Banks interview.
Yes.
That was
by the way, someone remind me next weekend to finally post that.
Jamie, don't forget to post that.
Because I have it done. It just sits there, but with everything I have scheduling wise, I never have time just to upload it because that's going to be about an hour and 30 minutes to get everything uploaded for it.
There was one question I think we missed. It said, what character pulled you into comics?
I just saw that.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I was to say for last question though, for me, it was, oh God, when did I know? When I finally sat there and was doing this I still do, but the first time I actually started getting to the point where I was working on something every single day for the show, whether it was the podcast, whether it was decoding panels and breaking the codes, editing, everything. I knew we had something, and I knew that even if we felt like something was off, we'd figure out a way to turn that around and make gold.
Yep.
And we have.
Yeah, we have.
So I think the only program that has just fallen
Codex
away
Gaming.
is, well, aside from that, we don't talk about Codex Gaming.
Yeah.
Is From the Vault. That's the only one that we don't do anymore.
Yeah, because that was more of we didn't want to review. Our thought process was, let's just keep it Boom Studios related. And then I just realized that that's the stupidest thing we can do because you never know who's watching.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to make it all reviews. So, all right. But yeah, Sal came up with what comic or what character pulled you into comics? And my answer will shock you. So I'm not going first. I'm going to say that for last.
Sonny, why don't you take it away?
Well, that's pretty much I have to go with Wolverine and the X-Men is what got me into comics.
I thought you were pointing at Tim. I was like, Tim got you into comics?
That comic character, right? That superhero
he is Jeebus.
right there. But Wolverine, the X-Men, watching the animated series got me into, I was a kid. Me and my brother became obsessed with it. Loves, Batman, Superman, all of them. But it was the X-Men that really pulled me into comics and still my favorite. And here I am in my 30s with paintings of Wolverine up in my office.
Oh, I got paintings and stuff everywhere. So
It's two that did it for me.
Saddam Hussein and
Definitely not. If anything, he made me stop reading for about 2 seconds. No, the X-Men were one, and that was Uncanny X-Men Annual number 11. That is one of my favorite issues, and it was one of the first issues I ever read. And the other is a character that next to nobody knows about, but it's early Kelly Jones artwork, and it is Chrome from Hot Comics. 3 issues, and that was it. And Chrome number 1 was also one of the first issues I ever read. So those right there.
Okay. So I talked about it on the show. Obviously, everyone knows the Green Lantern infatuation that I have, but do you know? Now, the first character that I actually had that I read the pages back and forth on was Daredevil.
Ooh.
It was when it was the Ben Affleck movie came out, Daredevil. They were doing those signature toys with the comic in it.
Marvel Legends?
Yeah. When they had the big ones and he was like sitting on the wall, like the wall was behind him. You know what I'm talking about?
Stained glass.
Yeah, it was issue 233, I think it was. And I remember getting it, setting them up because it was a birthday gift. And I read that thing till the pages came off. And that was the first time I felt bad because I actually read it till the pages fell apart. And I never got it again. I'm like, now I'm thinking, I'm like, I need to. But yeah, other than that, it would have been Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. Just so many memories with Green Lantern, like buying. That was the first comic I ever bought was Emerald Dawn, the first one.
Oh wow!
I remember going with Sonny would know the people, but Big Keith, Dan, and Shannon, we all went together. Oh, and James, I think James was there too. And we all went to downtown before it was C2E2. And that was the first thing I ever bought from a con was that 6 issues.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are ones that got me in.
Right on.
Wait, what's your most okay? Tone had asked, I had it here for a second. What is your biggest disagreement about a comic? Tone, if you're still there, can you elaborate on that question?
Circle of Blood is a classic.
No, it's not. I will die on that hill.
The Zek artwork may be.
Okay, so the moment Tim tells me how great Volume 1 of Moon Knight is and how fantastic it really is the moment I will say Circle of Blood is amazing.
Volume 1 of Moon Knight is an atrocious dumpster fire.
Same thing with Circle
and I do not recommend anybody.
There we go. Tone says, what do you guys fight over the most? And he goes, like Jared Leto is the best Joker. And I gotta say that is probably the thing I fight with most people about is how much I hate that man and resent him. As an actor.
Like us three disagree on the most as far as comics go.
I think the thing that we all really kind of disagree on is the era of comics.
Probably.
Okay.
Sonny, I think you're more into the silver and the copper age, and I lean more that way, but the modern stories are just so full, and I can't disregard all of them.
I would say even especially with the podcast. I mean, because before I did have some, like I said, from the Sanctuary, where I'm like, that is a really good one, like Identity Crisis, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the show I've been recommended more, great issues that are more current, like the 3 Jokers not too long ago. I love that story arc. So I'm more of a classic guy, but I have come to love what's going on now as well.
And that's something like me. I've always kind of kept with what was coming out. I do have a lot that was a lot of back issues. So people don't get me wrong. I do read old stuff. It's just not that kind of stuff. But for me, I do like the modern. Like I love that idea that I can actually buy one and not spend $400 on an issue because it's a rare issue or a first appearance of somebody. So yeah, I mean, we disagree on that a lot. Like what era for us is what's best. But I think something we also disagree on is companies.
Yeah,
you gotta be you gotta be realistic about it, because I feel like Tim is more of like that 90s what do you call it, indie, where he's like Valiant, Malibu,
Yeah,
Image. I'm a DC thumper through and through, and Sonny obviously loves Marvel
Yeah.
more than anything.
I was knee deep in the independent stuff in the 90s.
So,
But
yeah, I
you
think
got to remember that was when it was booming, though. You know, like Dark Horse
Booming.
was. That's right. Dark Horse was catching their stride, and Image had just come out like a bolt of lightning, and Valiant was hot on their heels, and so on and so forth. It was bananas.
Yeah. Now we got some conversation going now. Dan Kelly, hey bud. He said, "What upcoming story are you most looking forward to?" See, for me, I think I'm very excited for it. It's probably gonna be a freaking letdown, but I'm excited for the Ezreal 6-issue miniseries coming out.
Tim, what about you?
I want to see the finish of Dark Knights of Steel. That is one I am heavily invested in. I'm super excited for Zdarsky on Batman. I don't think I've been more excited about any.
Well, I was waiting for someone to mention that because I read 124 today, and even in the last page, it's like
Zdarsky.
Yeah, no, it's like get ready for the newest Batman mega adventure, and I'm like Zdarsky.
Well, I mean, like reading Zdarsky's Daredevil, that blew my mind.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And if he even does an ounce of that on Batman, it's going to be the best book of the year.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I'll get back to you on that one. See what I'm. What's coming on?
Sonny might actually pick up another series.
Maybe, yeah.
So Sal asks, "What's your most iconic picture? Like Spider-Man swinging or Superman punching?" So probably, what's the best panel you remember? Mine, I'll get this out the way right now. Hal Jordan snapping Sinestro's neck in Emerald Twilight at the end.
Nice.
That just changed everything. You turned a hero into a villain.
The best panel I remember,
or Jason Todd getting beat up by the crowbar. Those two.
I would have to say that Superman 75. That just off the top of my head, like a pure epicness. Them two beating the snot out of each other in Metropolis, and the scene where they're standing in front of the Daily Planet and they're both hitting each other.
Superman
and the windows, Superman and Doomsday.
Okay.
And the windows are shattering because they are punching each other so hard that the sound barrier's been broken and the sonic boom has shattered all the windows for blocks around.
Yeah, like I said, that's one that maybe if I had more time to think, but right now off the top of my head is another Superman fight was in Marvel versus DC, Superman and the Hulk fighting each other. I loved watching that fight. Two incredible characters and finally battling and just seeing them both like ready to punch. And just something kind of similar, but Superman and the Hulk. One real quick question is Spider-Man ice creams, yay or nay?
Ice cream? Spider-Man? What?
It says Spider-Man. It says Spider-Man ice creams, yay or nay?
Yeah, I totally missed that one.
Yay.
Yay, but they should make it taste better because I've seen the ice cream trucks and they always look so cheap looking.
Yeah, they're like the gumball eyes falling over here.
Yes,
that's amazing.
When I hear, when I there. So yay, but they can make it a bit better.
Right. But I feel like that is a great place to end this for today. Guys, thank you for being around for 50 episodes. Thank you for being around for 170 plus that we have on YouTube. Sonny, you got anything to say before we head out?
Well, everybody, thank you again. These guys usually wrap it up better than I do, but again, thank you everyone for liking, supporting us, watching us, commenting, being a part of our community, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next 50. All right, take care. I'll let these two wrap it up.
Guys, before Jamie, go ahead.
Go for it. It's all you. I'll take us out.
All right. Before we get out of here again, thank you very much for joining us for 50 episodes of the podcast and the multitude of other episodes we have on the Codex Station. And you know what I'm going to say. Find us on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, and all podcast streaming platforms. All you got to do is type in the Codex Station, and that is where you will find us. We have merch too, so don't forget that, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie will put the link in the description below in chat, so you guys can go ahead and get your sweet Codex swag too. From the bottom of my heart, thank you everybody that has taken the time to watch even 30 seconds of an episode of the Codex podcast, Breaking the Code, anything for the Codex Station. It means the world to me. I know it means the world to these other two crazy guys that are sitting right next to me. And I can't wait to do 50 more plus 1,000 other things. And the new stuff we got coming for you is going to blow you away. So stick around.
Boom. Thursdays.
Blow you away.
Yeah. But guys, thank you. Like as always, as I say, be kind to one another out there. You never know what anyone's going through. And even, having someone smile could change the whole course of their day or life. So always be kind. Thank you guys all for liking, sharing, subscribing, whatever you guys do to help build this community. Thank you for everyone that's in this community that still talks to us, reaches out. I know the episode was a little bit shorter today, guys. I see you guys talking in chat. It should have been 2 more hours, but this is about the time we're usually wrapping things up too without a review. So about normal. Don't worry, we got After Darks and plenty of more stuff that you guys can go watch to see our beautiful faces and hear our voices. But no, every second I've done this has been amazing, and I would not change it for anything. So guys, I do this every day along with this whole team for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for spending a little bit of your time watching what we do. So I'll see you guys in the next one.